Thanks for all your Christmas wishes. We had a nice day. It was quiet. I didn't take pictures of the food. The food was nice. Is what I'm gonna say. It was rich, and I sort of struggled with my stomach in the afternoon. It was just rich, and I didn't have much for supper. That was me done, and it wasn't loads. It wasn't loads of food. It was just the sauce was rich. One of the sauces, I think there were a couple of sauces. So yeah, what we've done is decided to freeze the second meal plan, and I've cooked a roast dinner today and made some stuffing, made chestnut stuffing for Mark. So I did a homemade sage and onion stuffing and then mixed chestnuts into some of it. That came out quite well. The homemade sage and onion stuffing was a bit wet, so I've mixed them both together now. And I've got more chestnuts that I can mix in if I want to dry it out a bit, but that was nice. We had a chicken breast each. We had the roast potatoes, parsnip and carrot mashed together, fried broccoli and Brussels, and I did sausages the other day in baguettes, and there were a couple left in the fridge, so we had those as well heated up, and gravy. I think that was it. And it was really nice because it's what we would normally have on a Sunday. It was almost our version of a Christmas dinner, and not rich, thankfully. So yeah, Joe's coming over in about an hour, and so we're girding our loins ready for the incoming of the dogs. And what did we watch? We watched the last episode of The Newsroom. The episode before that was really shocking, and then the last one. So that's done and over with, which is a shame. And we watched the new Wallace and Gromit film called, I can't remember, something foul, which was really good, really good. And it's years since he's done. It's Nick Park, isn't it? It's years since he's done a Wallace and Gromit, because it's a lot of work. It's animation, but it's it's figures being animated, so it's like screen. Each screen there has to be a slight movement, and it's a lot of work. So it was about an hour and 20 minutes. It was really good. We also watched The Rise of Gru, which is a Minions film. I wouldn't have put that on, but Mark has watched the Minions in the past, and I will watch it with him. It's quite clever. So that was a new film. So that was The Rise of Gru. It's a bit like they make a prequel when they think something's gone really well. They start making films that are prequels. I got a Genesis album from Philip, which Mark's the one with the record deck, not me. But Phil remembers me listening to this. That'll be the wrong way round. So it's the Turn It On Again 25th anniversary, I think it said somewhere. Yeah. But he remembers me listening to this in the 90s. And it's lovely to get an album. I love album art and album covers, and I don't collect album art and album covers. And there's an album that I can't remember the name of that I loved the cover, and I don't think I've still got it. I'm not sure. I'll have a look through the album collection, because it might be that some of mine are still there. I don't know. But yeah, so I got that, and we played some of that yesterday whilst we were getting the dinner ready. And then Mark, he bought this for Mark, which is the unofficial Red Dwarf cookbook, because Mark's a Red Dwarf fan. And in it, as I said, well, it better have chili chutney fried egg sandwich in it, because that's the only recipe that Mark's ever told me about. What's it got here? chicken vindaloo, beer milkshake, gazpacho soup, which was a good episode. There we go. Triple fried egg chili chutney sandwich. And I've made chili chutney sandwiches before for Mark, and they are impossible to hold together whilst you eat them. And somewhere in here is something with dog's milk. Here we go, dog's milk. This is a delicious recipe for an adult beverage that contains no actual dog milk. Every bugger will drink it. And it is based on the fact that the only milk left on the ship, the Red Dwarf ship, is dog milk because nobody will drink it. And they also bought Mark a Morris Minor book because Mark's always going on about how much easier it is with when you've got to mend a Morris Minor. I got an eternity ring, which I wanted, very thin eternity ring, and I'd bought myself a week ago. I bought myself a duvet when we were getting really cold weather, and my duvet was not keeping me warm. And because we have single duvets, we sleep in a king size, but we each have our own duvet. So I had 2 duvets on, but they just had gone lumpy. They were silk, and I'd washed them, and I wasn't meant to wash them, I don't think. So they'd gone lumpy and were really uncomfortable, and I think I'm going to get myself a new duvet. I ordered it from Germany, from Amazon Germany, and it's amazing. It is so light. It's so warm. It's actually too warm. Don't tell anybody. So I'm struggling with it a bit because it is too warm, but it's light. You just can't feel it on you. You can, but hardly. It is so light. So I'm looking forward to some really cold weather so that it's not overwhelming me with heat at night. So I bought that. Mark buys his own Christmas presents. It's quite funny. He walked through on Christmas Eve with 2 or 3 boxes, and I went, "Kill, you've done well," because I'd got this ring in a very small box. "You've done well." And I thought, and I laughed to myself. I think in the middle of the night I was laying there thinking, I'm going to do that next year. The trouble is I buy stuff for myself when I want it, and I open it when I get it. He's had stuff there that he had arrive weeks ago, and he waits until Christmas Day, and I can't do that. I'm not going to say I can't, because obviously I can, but I don't. So I think next year I'm going to make sure I do that. But I am the most difficult person to buy for, so he can't buy for me, and I think he finds it really frustrating. And I think he was really pleased this time that there was something I wanted, and then we went and chose that a few weeks ago and ordered it, and then struggled to put it on in the shop, and I thought, oh God, I'm not going to be able to get it on Christmas morning. I've put on 4 kilos and it won't go on, and it went on fine. So that was that. It's cold, bright sunny, but there's quite a wind and it's cold. Sure, there was something else I was going to say, which is why I thought, oh, I'll blog. I'm going to pause you whilst I have a think. No, I can't remember what it was. That must be it, really. Jazz, I'm not talking to. She's in my bag, but she came in this morning at about 8 o'clock, and under the dresser in here sat crunching something for quite a while, and it was very crunchy, crunchier than a mouse. And when Mark got up and we looked, because she leaves, whenever she eats something, she'll leave the stomach. I think it's the stomach that she leaves. What she'd left on the floor was quite big. It was much bigger than a mouse stomach, so I don't know what she's eaten. But so I'm not talking to her. That's it. So have a nice day, whatever you're doing. I spoke to my son and his family and my niece, granddaughter, who are in Newfoundland. I spoke to them yesterday. For them, it was yesterday morning, I think. So we had a chat with them. They've got a lot of snow now. They had snowfall, so they have they've had a white Christmas, which is what they wanted. So yeah, so Joe's coming later, and then that'll be it. I'll have seen them, my family, and spoken to them. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thanks for watching. See you soon.